This is called Liang. What is it? Liang. And the Magic Paintbrush. Right down. Our word is greedy. What's our word? Greedy. And greedy means to want more than you need. So let's see, an example of greedy would be if Ida had her popcorn and I decided that I wanted to take her popcorn because I wanted more popcorn. That would be an example of greedy. What's that word again? Greedy. Greedy. It would be greedy if I took this whole roast snack. That would be greedy. Now, if I shared some of my snack with Corby, is that an example of greedy? No. No, that is not greedy. If Noah takes all of Trevor and Odin's snacks, that would be an example of being greedy. If I went into Miss Deed's rooms and I took all of her candy, that would mean I am greedy. Do I need all that candy and is it mine? No, that's greedy. All right, our other word is exchange. What's our word? Exchange. Exchange means to make a trade. It means to what? To make a trade. So if I brought my Pokemon cards and Ryder brought his Pokemon cards, and he had this really cool gold Pokemon card that I wanted, and I had really 3 cool Pokemon cards that he wanted, then we could exchange. We could what? Exchange. I would exchange those cards with Ryder because we're trading. It's one for the other. Now, if I went up to Connor and I took his Pokemon cards, is that an exchange?
That's greedy.
No, is that an exchange? No, that's just me taking. If I give him my Pokemon cards, is that an exchange? No, because we didn't trade anything. I just gave him Pokemon cards, okay? All right. So let's read our 2 words again, everybody. Greedy and exchange. Long ago in China, a boy named Liang earned money gathering firewood and cutting reeds. His one wish was to paint, but he could not afford to buy a brush. What was his one wish, everybody? To paint. But he had one problem. What's that?
He could not afford to buy a brush.
What does that mean you can't afford something? What does that mean? Ryder? You don't have enough money. He can't afford it because he doesn't have money. What does he do to earn money? What's his job? Odin, what's Lang's job that he does to earn money?
He gathers firewood.
And he does one more thing. What's the other thing he does, Noah? He gathers firewood and does one more thing. Reeds. What are they? Reeds. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
I thought it was.
Okay, first, so what is the setting of this story? Where is this happening, everybody?
In China.
China. Everybody, where is this happening?
In China.
And who are our characters so far?
The boy.
And what's the boy's name? Liang. Liang, and he's a boy. And how would we describe him?
He's a hardworking kid.
He's hardworking. What else?
Poor.
He's poor. Do we know anything else so far?
He can't afford stuff.
He wants something. What does he
He
want?
wants a paintbrush.
He wants a paintbrush because he loves to
paint.
All right, next one. One day he passed an art school and went in. I want so much to paint, he said. Please, will you teach me? What? The teacher glared at him. Everyone glare. Is glare a nice look?
No.
No, you're kind of angry when you glare at somebody, right? So the teacher glared at him. A beggar wants to paint? He drove Liang away. What is a beggar?
He
Someone who what? Someone who is
begging for something.
begging, so that means he is
Begging to paint.
poor. He is what? Poor. Means he's poor. Okay. So did he get to paint or learn how to do art? All right. So what is our problem in our story? What have we decided is our problem? Everyone think about that? Okay, turn to your partner. What's the problem in this story?
David.
Alright, all hands up. Cash. What is our problem?
That the boy wants to paint, but he can't because he can't get into art school or buy a paintbrush.
And why can't he do those things? What's holding him back?
Because he's poor.
He's poor. Okay. But Liang could not keep his fingers still. When he went to gather firewood, he drew birds in the sand with a twig. When he went to the river, he cut reeds. To cut reeds, he drew fish on the rocks with drops of water. Okay, what is Liang doing to try to solve his problem? Not yet. All right, partner A, I want you to go first. Partner 1, go first. Go. Jordan, what is Liang doing to try to solve his problem? Yep, he takes sticks and draws on the ground, but specifically in the sand. Okay, what's the other thing he does? Corby. Okay, so he's drawing in the sand with a stick. What else is he doing? Here, I'm going to come back to you, Corby. Tristan, what's the other thing he's doing?
He's trying to use other stuff to paint with.
Yeah, so what's another thing he does? So he draws with sand, and he also does what?
With water.
He draws with water. So what's the other thing he does, Corby? He draws with water. Okay. Does that mean he has a paintbrush, though?
No.
All right, here we go. Oh. One night, as he slept, an old man appeared on a phoenix and placed a brush in Liang's hand. Okay, if you've never heard of a phoenix, this is a magical bird. So a man came in his dream on a phoenix and placed a brush in Liang's hand. It is a magic paintbrush. Use it carefully, the old man said, and flew away. Liang jumped for joy. Thank you so much, he called after the old man. Immediately, Liang began to paint. He painted deer. As he finished, he saw that the deer came to life. It really was a magic paintbrush. Okay, what type of story is this? And how do we know? All right, partner 2, you're going to go first. Go. Elmer, what kind of story is this and how do you know? Okay, well, we learned about a specific kind of story. Do you remember what we learned about at the beginning of the year? It's a what? Davis, do you have it?
Yes.
What is?
Fairy tale.
What is this type of story, everyone?
Fairy tale.
It's a fairy tale because it has a what?
Magic.
It has magic in it. And it happened
Magic character.
a long time ago. What are we missing? We're missing a royal character. Let's see if we have one later, okay? Okay, now, what has happened to Liang? All hands up. Austin, what has happened to Liang?
He got really surprised when he got the paintbrush because his painting came to life.
His painting came to life. I will paint things for my poor friends, he thought. And he painted toy birds, horses, lanterns, and balls for the children. And for their parents, things to cook with, furniture for the house, and tools for the field. Okay, how does Liang use his magic gift?
Nice.
Partner 1, go first. Trevor, how does Liang use his magic gift?
A gift for kids and for other stuff that other people can use.
Use for, why does he do that, do you think?
Because he wants to help other people.
He wants to help other people. Okay, very nice. I love that. All right, then he went to the marketplace and set up a table among the other merchants. We learned about merchants in Beauty and the Beast. Merchants are people who sell things, right? So he went there with the other merchants and he made pictures of birds to sell. To make sure the birds did not come to life, he left something out. Okay, what did he do so it wouldn't come to life?
He left something.
He left something else. Why do you think he doesn't want it to come back to life?
Because everyone would be surprised.
Okay, surprise. What else? Why would just start shouting? Shocked? Ooh, Elmer, what did you say?
They would want to take it.
They would want to take it. I like this. All right, I'll have that. There be what, Carter?
Chaos.
Chaos, I like it. Okay. One day a man asked for a picture of a crane. A crane is a type of bird. You can see the picture of it right there. Liang gave it only one eye, but by accident, one drop of ink fell where the second eye should have been, and the crane flew away. Oh no, what's happened now?
Everybody should have got a bigger problem.
Did the bird come to life?
Yes.
And did everyone see it?
Yes. On
Okay.
accident.
On accident. Now everyone knew about Liang's magic paintbrush, including the greedy emperor. Including who?
The greedy emperor.
The greedy emperor. So, what did we say greedy means?
To want more than you have.
Everybody, what does greedy mean?
To want more than you have.
And an emperor is a type of what?
King.
Type of king. Only instead of a kingdom, he has an entire empire. Remember we learned about Emperor Qin, who built the Great Wall? He conquered all the 7 kingdoms and made one big empire. That's why he's an emperor. Hands down this one. All right, but this emperor is what kind of an emperor? How will we describe him again?
Agreed.
Everybody, what kind of emperor is this?
Agreed.
Greedy. Sophie, what kind of emperor is this?
Agreed.
Greedy emperor. He went out with all his soldiers to take the brush away from Liang. But Liang refused to give it up. Everyone refused.
No.
The emperor ordered him bound and brought to the palace. Bound means he was tied up. And brought to the palace. Brought to the where? Palace. Poor Liang. So do you see Liang? And there he is bound up. And do you see his paintbrush? There's a new problem. What is the new problem? Partner 1, go first. Go.
Corby and Elias.
What is our new problem?
The emperor wants the paper.
Wants the paintbrush. And what is he trying to do to get it? Ooh, who said forcing? Yeah, he's forcing Liang, right? Did he ask politely? Oh, did he offer to pay for it? All right. And what kind of person is the emperor again? He is greedy. Then the emperor ordered Liang to paint a dragon. But Liang painted a toad instead. The emperor then ordered him to paint a phoenix. He painted a rooster instead. Furious. Everyone show me a furious. Furious. The emperor seized the brush. And what does seize mean? It means to take. Yeah. And to take forcefully, right? Not just take it nicely. It's take like this. pour it, put it away. Seized the paintbrush and ordered Liang imprisoned, which means he put him in prison. The greedy emperor, what is he again? Then sat down to paint mountains of gold. But they turned into rocks and rolled off the table. Why was he trying to paint mountains of gold? What would that give him?
Because he wants money. He can be rich.
He could be rich. But what happened when he used it?
It turned into rocks.
So, does he have the same magic that Liang does?
No. I bet he's not a good drawer.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, the emperor wants to use the paintbrush for it. And how is that different from how Liang uses the paintbrush? Connor, how does the emperor want to use the paintbrush?
He wants to use it to get wealthy.
To get wealthy, okay? Ryder, how is that different from how Liang wants to use the paintbrush?
Liang uses it
By helping others. The emperor tried again. He painted a large tree. But what do you think happened? It turned into an enormous python, which nearly bit the emperor's head off. So what did he paint next? A tree. And what did the tree turn into? A python is a type of snake that loves to squeeze you.
My mom.
Hi, class. 3, 2, 1, class. Liang knew the brush would lose its magic in the emperor's hands. He thought of a plan. He sent word to the emperor saying that in exchange, in what? Exchange. Now exchange means you trade. So in exchange for his freedom, so he wants to get his freedom. So let's see what he gives up. In exchange for his freedom, he would paint whatever the emperor wished. Okay? So Liang gets freedom and the emperor gets...
The paintbrush.
No, he doesn't get the paintbrush.
Whatever he wants.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, class. He will paint whatever the emperor wants. So what does the emperor get? Whatever he wants painted. Yeah. Okay. So that is called a what again? No, not a trade. Exchange. What is that, everybody? Very good. All right. The emperor accepted. Does that mean he said yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. He accepted. Everyone, he what?
Accepted.
All right. Paint me the sea, the emperor ordered Liang. Oh, I'm sorry. Paint me the sea, the emperor ordered. Liang drew a sea. Where are the fish? The emperor asked. Liang drew and drew, and soon a sea full of fish were swimming about. So what's the first thing he asked to be painted? A sea, and what's in the sea now?
Fish.
Look at all those beautiful fish. So long as we have a sea, said the emperor, let us have a boat. What did he want now? Liang painted a boat, which was soon bobbing about on the water. What does it mean to bob?
Go up and down.
All right, look at this beautiful boat. Isn't that really pretty?
It looks like a dragon.
It does.
Yeah, it is.
Delighted, the emperor called the royal family to come and join him on the boat. Okay, now before we talked about what kind of story is this? This is a fairy tale because it has royal characters. We have our royal family and the emperor. It has magic creatures, and it happened a long time ago. Okay. So delighted, the emperor asked the royal family to join him on the boat. Get us some wind so we can move, cried the emperor. Happily Liang painted wind, and the boat began to rock. More wind, the emperor cried. Liang drew more wind and more. Soon waves were splashing crashing over the deck. "Enough!" the emperor cried. But Liang would not listen. He drew so much wind. The boat keeled over, keeled means it turned over, and broke into 1,000,000 pieces. The emperor and the royal family sank to the bottom of the sea. The story of Liang and his magic paintbrush spread far and wide. But what became of Liang? Nobody knows. Some say that he went back to his own village. Others say that he roamed the earth, painting for the poor wherever he went. What happened to the greedy emperor? And what is Liang painting at the end of the story? Hey, Carson, what is Liang painting at the end of the story?
He is painting wind.
Right here.
Oh.
At the very end. He did paint wind for the emperor, but what is he painting now?
He is painting a building.
He is painting a building. What do you think that's going to be? Payne, what do you think?
His house.